Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene, sitting here with Rocket. Joe just went inside for his counseling. And I have a window open, but I might not be able to leave it open. Rocket just went to his window, wanted me to open it. Because it's a little cool and jets are going by. I used to be bothered with the jets all the time when I used to come here with Skylar. Not so much now, but they're going by. 3 have passed within like the past few minutes. I am behind on some of my videos. Well, not really, because I don't have set times for them, but I feel like I'm falling behind a little bit. And I just want to explain why. It's because I have been working on 500-piece scrap packs with no duplicates. It's the very first time I do that many. I've done 200 is the most. 200 with no duplicates. I can handle that pretty well. I, know the prints and things like that. 500 is a whole different ball game. So I had already cut a whole bunch, and Joe had 200 prints that I had already cut, and I gave them to him before I took pictures or anything like that. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to wing it. And he had sorted those 200 prints, and I'm doing 2 packs, so it was actually 400 pieces of fabric. He already had those sorted and stacked, and then I realized that there's no way I could easily look at those to see if I'd already cut them. So I ended up having to unsort all those because I wanted them back to 2 together, because I give him the fabrics, 2 together, and then he sorts them and stacks them and makes the 2 individual scrap packs. So I put them all back together because now I realize the best way would be to sort by color or sort by print or whatever. There's some fabrics that I get that I know these all belong together, so I can put them in one pile, and then I would know, oh, this is one of the MDG squares that I have in that pile. It's just easier. It's not easy, but it's easier. So I've been working on this for quite a while. Rocket, don't lick the seat. Don't lick the seat. There's no reason to do that. Oh, he's on his back now with his legs up, like, sorry, mommy. And so I got them all sorted by groups of either colors or brands or things like that. And then I thought, I have to do the pictures before Joe sorts, because I would have to unsort everything he just sorted to lay them out for pictures, because I want pictures of every single print. I love doing that. I don't love the picture process, but for this I kind of do, because I just love looking at all those prints. And then I have to figure out, I'm making 10 different piles of 50 different prints, 50 different cuts, no duplicates. So I'll start sorting the blues and say, okay, there'll be this many in this one, this many, this many. And then, I sort all the things like that. It takes up all my space. And I have a plan. I have a plan moving forward, because I will be doing this again. Then once I know I have all my colors, anything that's, this high, I take that, like the blues. I take that, and then I lay all those out to make sure there's no duplicates in just those blues. And by doing that, I found that I had 5 duplicates. Before, I think I found that I had 3 duplicates, and just, so I know you don't care to hear all this. I just want to let you know that I have been spending a lot of time on this, and that's why I don't have the next row for the strip quilt, and I haven't been putting anything in my sales like I normally do for my bulk sale and my flash sales. I've just been spending all my time on this because I need to clear the space so I have room to work. My scrappy Afghan, the one with the white, that's been done. That's been done for a while. But again, I can't even lay it out. I have no place. And so I thought I just really have to work hard at getting these scrap packs done. And then I will be able to do my other work. So I am done cutting and making sure I have no duplicates. I can't be 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure because I did a good job. And what I do is I take 50 prints and mix them all up so that it's all nice and colorful, and then I take a picture of that, and then I just put those together, and they get a paper on so that Joe knows this is number 1 of 10, number 2 of 10, and then I put them all on Joe's table as I have them ready, and then he starts sorting. So he now has all 10 packs of 50, but he's only done 3. So it'll probably take a few more days for him to get all those sorted. The reason I'm willing to do this again is because even if those packs do not sell, because they're pricey, when they make it to eBay, they're probably going to be in the $200 range. I sell my scrap packs, the ones that are all different sizes. I call them classic scrap packs. Classic, like the kind of scraps your grandmother would have, saved. She would have had all these different sizes and she would have saved them. Mine run no smaller than 4 inches wide or tall, and no bigger than about 8 inches in each direction. Most of them are rectangles, some of them are squares, but there's nothing like triangles or just odd cuts. They're a little bit crooked because I cut on the fold, but they're really good pieces. But again, since the pieces are different sizes, I sell those by weight. I have a price per ounce, and 500 pieces is going to be heavy. So around 200, I'm guessing. We don't have a final weight because I need to wait till the packs are actually completed with all. I can weigh them individually, but when we get the whole 500, that's the weight I'm going to go by. And because I might have screwed up a little bit, I think I will put some free pieces in just to make sure, in case I have a few more that I didn't catch, and those won't get weighed. I'll weigh the 500 first, and then I will add some freebies in the packs. So the reason I don't mind starting up again, and I'm gonna clear a table that I have other fabric just sitting there that can go in the closet or something. And I'm so glad, because by doing these scrap packs, I really have looked at everything I have. And so I'm going to be clearing that table so that can be my scrap pack table, and I can just be doing it ongoing, and I don't have to worry about having no room on my table that I work on all the time. So I will be doing it again, and I have so many ideas of how to make it easier and easier and easier. Now, if they don't sell, these are individually right now packed as 50, 50, 50, 50. They're numbered. The pictures are all taken. So what I can do is, instead of doing scrap packs like I normally do, I'll do some packs of 50 or 100 or, like I said, 200. I can just take those and separate them. They're already cut and sorted. I already have the pictures for them. And if I wanted to do like a pack for 200, well, I just pull 4 of them. That's going to be 200 different prints. I have the 4 pictures, and I'll just do that like I normally have been doing. So I really like this idea. You don't know how much I like it. So to my exclusive shoppers, you will be getting stuff in the sales. I've just been busy. They know, because I do daily chats. They know that I was really focusing on this just to get that done. Soon as Joe has them all sorted, they will go to my bulk sale, and then they will go to the flash sale. I may, if there's anything left, offer them to my free members, because I have a lot of free members, and maybe somebody would want it. Now, a lot of people, when I talk about this, they're like, nobody's going to spend, 200 or, it'd be lower for my bulk sale. They pay the lowest price. And I'm like, you know how many people there are in this world with money who like to quilt? If there are quilters out there with some money in their pocket and they're willing to spend on fabric, I know they would love getting 500 different prints. I mean, you don't just get that anywhere. So anyway, but it doesn't matter because I can split the packs. So I'm always going to just be working on big sets like that, 500, and then I never have to work on the smaller ones. I never really sell anything lower than 50, sometimes 40, but I don't really make enough to pay for the shipping for those. So I might have 50 be the least amount. And it's all good. I can't wait. I can't wait to get my table cleared off, and that's all part of my organizing. And I have some ideas for shelving. I've got still a lot of the cardboard bolts that fabric comes on, because I used to buy by the bolt, and I saved, here's a jet. I saved a bunch of them, and I don't know if some of you remember that I found a thing that I think was like a shoe rack. And those bolts fit perfectly, and I have all shelves. I love making shelves, and I still have boxes. And another thing that I can do that you can do too is if you have a table and, you know, there's enough space under the table, you can take just big cardboard boxes and flip them over, even if they're not the same size. Those become storage or tables under a table. So I'm going to be doing that to give me some more space too. I'm just excited. I can't wait to start building my cardboard world. All right, you guys. That's pretty much all I want to talk about, because I would like to crochet a little bit while I'm in here. But I do want to tell you, my stress levels have decreased. I cannot believe the amount of time that I used to spend. I have been freed from that. I love it so much. I love it so much. I should have never kept them on as long as I did. I quickly knew that it was really taking up a lot of my time. Like, I'll go to the bar, and sometimes I'm just sitting. I'll have a video that went out, and I spend so much time on my phone. Again, that's great if I'm bored, but if I'm not bored and I want to be dancing, or when I'm sitting down between dancing, instead of talking with my friends, I've got my face in my phone trying to answer comments or push them through. So that to me is the biggest relief, is the amount of time I've saved. And when I would wake up, first thing, before I even get out of bed, put my iPad on, and go through. Sometimes I've spent, 30 minutes. I mean, that doesn't probably sound like a lot to you, but I could easily spend 30 minutes before I'm even out of bed and have my coffee just doing that. And always at night, and every night, and during the day, every time I'd go to my computer, if I'm at my sewing room and I go to my computer, the first thing I do, check the comments and review. And like I said before, there's so many reasons why I don't want to just let the comments go out. I am one happy person right now that I did that. And I know that, some of you still are mad at me. Some of you don't like it. And I just want to let you know, it's changing my world. Joe just said it on the way here. He goes, "You seem so different with those comments off." He's only known me with comments on because they were back on, and he knows the stress that it caused, and he sees how much time I would spend on that. And I said, "Joe, I'm so happy." He goes, "It's totally different." And I said, "Well, you know how it was." He goes, "Yeah, you were always stressed out. You were always busy with that." I guess I'm going to just start crocheting now. And I don't know if we're going to a meeting tonight. We're going out Saturday night. At least I am. Joe knows he can. I think he'll go because it's a 7 o'clock start, 7 to 11. And it's close, Sidecar, South Haven, so it's not as far for us. So if he wants, he can take his own truck if he wants to leave. If he, doesn't think he's staying till 11, and there's a chance that I might stay till 11, but I'll probably go home a little early too after maybe the second set. So I'll pass it by him again on Saturday. It depends on how he feels, but I plan on going out. My friends are going, so I plan on going out, and he can just stay home with Rocket if he wants to. And so tonight is Thursday night and Friday night. I told him those nights are his. If he wants us to go to meetings, we will. Other than that, it's just home and working, and he will be sorting. I hope so much that I have the 500-piece scrap packs for my bulk sale people by Sunday. That would be so cool to start on Sunday and just leave them there for a couple of days, and then to my flash sale is a couple of days. If there's anything left, I'm pretty sure there will be. I can pass them by my free members at a higher price. Bulk sailors get the lowest price, then it goes to the flash sale, they get a little bit of a higher price, and then the free members, I have offered them some things at an even higher price, and then it goes to eBay for the highest price. But not everything goes to the free members, because that's a lot of work to do 4 different levels. I've got to change everything, the PayPal buttons, all that stuff. But I think I will pass it by them just so they can see it. And so I would think maybe if I get them up on Sunday, I would try to, you know, maybe 8 days max, have them on eBay. And then I'll be promoting the shit out of them. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. It's such a nice day. I feel so good. I'm so relaxed. I'm so happy with my decision. You can't even imagine. And like I said, it's not for the reasons you think. Oh, when I turned comments off, though, I didn't realize that I also had to change the defaults. So my new one went up and it was still letting comments through. And I only read a few of them because my eyeballs saw them. And I was like, fuck. And I was trying so hard. It took me about an hour to figure out how to fix that. And I did. But I remember seeing one that said, oh, look at you. You let the haters win. And I was like, how did the haters win? I am the big winner in this. I don't know if I'll ever put comments back on. I'm never going to say never. Oh yeah, once again, become a free patron on my Patreon. I have the link in the description of this video. It's free. I don't know if Patreon, you know, might suggest, hey, bump up. I don't know what they do, but you don't have to do that. It's free. And you can comment. If I post there, you can comment under that. The other option you have is to join my Facebook group. I still allow commenting there. The reason I'm doing that is because if there's trolls that get in, I can absolutely block them. You know, with YouTube, there's just so many comments that can come in, you know, and it's just a lot of work. All right? You think Mama talked enough, Rocket? You didn't eat. You didn't eat your breakfast today. You didn't feel like it. Yeah, and now we're here. When we get home, you're going to be hungry. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.